Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Omoyega Oluwatosin, and if you are new to my channel, please support me by clicking on the subscription button and also on the notification bell so that once I upload a new video, you will get notified. And for our returning subscribers, thank you for supporting us and thank you for believing in us. So today we are going to cut a 6-piece skirt. We are not going to cut the 6-piece skirt together. We are going to cut it separately. So I'm going to show you how to cut it separately so that you have enough fullness that you actually want. Now the first thing you want to do, you want to divide your waist measurement by 6. Whatsoever you have, you record it, and for the hip measurement, you're going to divide it by 6. Whatsoever you have, you will record it as well. Now on the hip measurement, now on the new line, you're going to mark some details on the new line. Your hip measurement minus 6 inches divided by 6. Your hip measurement minus 6 inches divided by 6. That's what you're going to have on the knee line. And the width of your fold is going to be your hip measurement divided by 6. Whatsoever figure you have, whatsoever amount that you got, you're going to divide this amount by 2 and add 8.5 inches. 8 inches for flaying out and half inches for sewing allowance. Now we're going to cut out our first panel skirt, the one that is going to be at the center front of this dress. Now what we have here for the waistline is 6.375. You're going to fold, you are going to fold your pattern like this, and the width we have here is 12 inches. Now we have for the waist, we have 3.75. Now I'm just going in to mark half of 3.75 on this line, on the waistline. Okay, before we do that, let's mark out our landmark. The first thing you want to do, you want to mark 1 inches from this place. This is going to be your waistline and where all your measurements will be taken from. So this is the waistline. The knee length of my client is 24 inches. I'm going to go up from the knee line 4 inches. This is 24. Now you're going to mark 4 inches upward. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm marking this at 20. So that's what we have on the line. The hip line for this client is 8.5 inches, and that's what I'm marking. And the full length is 41 inches. So I'm marking 41 inches here. You're marking 41 inches here. So we have our 41 inches. I'm just going in with my ruler to rule out the lines. The hip, the knee line, and the hem line. I don't know if you can see this. Stop it, please. Can you help me check if I can see? You can see me from there. You can see me. Okay, I should take you to the phone. Okay, can you see me now? Are you sure? So now mark half of your 1/6 of your waist, half of 1/6 of your waist on this line. So we are going to fold this in half. We have 6.375 when we divide our waist into 6. So I'm going to mark the whatever amount we have here on the waistline. Now on the hip line, when we divided it, we have 7.5. Yeah, so we're going to mark half of 7.5 on this line as well. So let me get my pattern master. I think we should be on this table here because I've used this a lot today. So now you're just going to connect this part to this part like this. You can see with slightly curve into that area. So now on the new line, you're going to mark your hip measurement minus 6, then you're going to divide it by 6 inches again. Whatsoever you have, when we divided halves, we got 6.5. So we're going to mark half of 6.5 here. You're going to mark half of 6.5 here, and you're just going in to connect that point into this part. Now for the M, you're going to mark what you have here, that is 3.25. You're going to mark it on the, okay, you're going to mark what you have on the new line at the M line. We have 3.375, so you're going to mark 3.375 on this line before going in to mark your 8.5 inches. So when we have 8.5 inches here, you're just going in with your ruler to connect the 8.5 into this point. You are going to connect it to the new line. Can you see what we have here? Now the next thing you want to do what we call balancing in pattern drafting. You're going to place the tape on the knee line and to the M line. Whatsoever you have, we have 20 and half, 20 and 625. Let me just say 20 and half so that you understand. So we are going to come here on this part. You're going to place, is it showing? You're going to place the tape on this part of the knee line and mark your 20 and half on this line. Now you're going to curve it in like so. So that's the first panel for your 6 pieces skirt. Now I'm going in to add my ½ inch seam allowance. You're going to add it here because this is the first piece that's going to be at the front. Remember that part has a seam allowance before. So on this part, you're just going in to ½ inch seam allowance. Make sure you mark ½ inch seam allowance. And on the waistline, you go up by ½ inch seam allowance. So now that we have it, you're going in with our scissors. Let me connect the ½ inch to that point. So this is what we have. Now you want to go in and cut out your first panel. This is the first panel. Just going in, cut carefully. If you're a beginner, don't try what I did though. Make sure you measure your ½ inch correctly, join them before cutting. I've been cutting for a long time now, so I know where to cut and how to cut them. So I'm cutting this one by one because I want some certain fullness in this dress that I'm making for my clients. So at the M line, you're going to add ½ inch seam allowance, and that's what I'm doing. I'm adding the ½ inch seam allowance. Now this is what the first panel is looking like. Just going in to notch this part, and I'm coming here to notch the midpoint. I'm going to notch the hip line, and I'm going to notch the nail line. Please always notch your pattern so that you know where to stitch on and where to. So once you are done, this is what you will have for the first piece. Can you see how full and neat it is? There are different ways to cut 6 pieces skirt. This is one of the methods that I use. For sure, this is one of the methods that I use for myself. Now the next thing is we are going to cut the side panel of this 6 pieces skirt. So stay tuned while I set the fabric in such a way that it will accommodate the next piece that we are going to cut out. Wait, pause it. It's pause. So this thing is showing. Is this showing? Everything is showing, Abby. So I've placed the front panel that we cut out. I have placed it on the back panel, and this is what we have at the end of the day. On the side, we're going to cut the side now. So this is the first piece that we cut out. Now to cut the side piece, you need your waist measurement. Your waist measurement is our waist measurement is 38 divided by 4 will give you 9.5. Now we have our 9.5. So on the waistline, we are going to mark 9.5. But remember that we have removed 3.25 from the waistline. Now you're going to place this staple on 3.25. Yeah, these are 3.25, and you're going to mark 9.5. Let me extend the waist, hip, and new line. And make sure that when you are placing the pattern on the fabric, they are matching with the design. So this is what we have at the end of the day. So this is my waistline. This is my hip line, and this is my knee line. So I'm just going in to mark our 9.5. Remember that we have already removed 3.25. So we're going to place our staple on the 3.25 point, not on the seam allowance, 3.25 point, and mark our 9.5. And this is what we have here. Now on the hip line, quarter of our hip is 11.25, and remember that we have removed 3.75 from the knee hip line. So we're going to mark the 3.7, place the tape on the 3.75 point, and mark our 11.25. Can you see I've marked our 11.25? So on the knee line, our hip is 44.5 minus 6 from it, we have 38.5. Now 38.5 divided by 4, we have 9.625. Now place the staple on, remember we have removed 3.25 here, so place the staple on the 3.25 here. Then you're going to mark your what? Your 9.625 on this point, and you're going to connect it to your hip line like the way you see me doing. You connect it like this to your hip line. You can see that what we have here is looking like a pencil skirt. Now what we have here is 8.5. So before you connect this to the 8.5, what we have from this point is showing from this point to this point is 8.5. So before you connect it to the 8.5, go ahead and mark your 1.5 seam allowance, 1.5 inches seam allowance. So now that I've marked my 1.5 inches seam allowance, I'm just going in from the 1.5 inches seam allowance point. Let me connect the this point straight down here. So let me place this back to its original points. Okay, this is what we have. So I'm going to connect the 1.5 inches to the 8.5 inch. So now you're just going in to connect your 1.5 inches point like so. You're going to connect this like this. Now we have our second panel for the front bodies. So following the shape of this one, you're going to cut the middle part of the, make sure this is straight, you don't want to cut and you have problem later. So it's important to iron before cutting. So this is what you should have at the end of the day. Now I'm going in with my scissors to cut out the side seam of our 6-piece skirts. I told you the method I'm using is one of the methods they use in cutting 6-piece skirts. Oh, I forgot to do the balancing. So from this point, we are going to mark our 20.5 inches from the nail line. You're going to mark the 20.5 inches. Yeah, you're going to curve it in. Remember to curve it in. So this type of 6 pieces skirt will give you some kind of fullness that you'll be proud of. So this is the side seam, and the part that is going into the center front is this part. So I'm just following the shape of what we cut earlier on to cut out the side of the panel. So let's set this main fabric aside and see what we have here. So this is what we have left. So we're still going to use this. It's going to be helpful. So this is what we have. I'm going to cut the waistline. It is very important to cut the waistline. So I'm going to notch the waist, hip, knee line, and I'm also going in here to repeat the same thing. That you know which part to join to which part. So let me show you what it looks like. So this is the front face, this is the side panel, this is the panel that is going towards the side, and this is the other. This one is, what is it? Okay, this is one panel that is going towards this side, and this is another panel. Let me remove this one so you guys can see properly. Okay, please let me remove the phone so that I can set this well so that they can see. I don't know. So this is our side panel for the 6 pieces skirt. Can you see? It's showing. You can actually turn. This is what you should have at the end of the day. This is for the front. So by the time you join the 2 side seam, you join your side seam, you have a full 6 pieces skirt. Can you see? It is so full at the head. So this is what a 6 pieces skirt should look like. It's going to be full. So you are making it for our madam. We want our madam to come out and she's looking wow. So this is it. Hey guys, so I'm using the front to cut the back. You can see I went ahead to add my zipper allowance, which is 1 inch zipper allowance, and up to the hem, and everything is the same. Everything is the same. All I have to do is just place the front center piece on the back and cut this out. I'm going to place the front center piece on the back and cut this out. Instead of using 1/6 to get the center piece, you can also use your nipple to nipple measurements. I don't want to use the nipple to nipple measurement for this client, so that's why I did what I did. So I don't want to use the nipple to nipple measurements. Just going to cut out the space, slit the center back, and everything is the same, so you cut out this parts. So this is for the one side, so let's cut the other side as well. So you're going to bring this side piece, you're going to bring the side piece, you're going to cut it out. See the side piece. Oh, still remain a little yawa. I think we are done. So this is what you should have at the end of the day. This is what you should have at the end of the day. You can see we use one side to cut 4 pieces, and that's all for this pattern. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumb up, like and share my video. And please, like I told you, instead of dividing your pattern using the by 6 your waistline, you can also use your nipple to get the first measurement. Your nipple to nipple divided by 2. Every other details is still valid. So that's all. Just going in to cut this out. Just make sure everything is intact. Okay, now I have what I want, so I'm just going in with my scissors to cut it out. Just making sure that this thing is aligned though, because one thing to align your pattern is another thing to... Okay, this is it. So now I'm going to cut it out following what we have earlier on. And don't forget to notch so that you know where this pattern meets. You can see that it is not hard to cut a 6 pieces skirt. Cut. So you're just going in to cut it out. So I have all these pieces are going to be useful when I'm cutting out my body's pattern. So don't panic. For you to cut this type of 6 pieces skirt, you will need 5 yards. So if your client is coming to sew this type, I'm going to show you how it look like at the end of the day. So don't panic. It's going to be very beautiful. I bet you can't wait to sew yours. I'm telling you. You can't wait to sew yours. Okay, so it's time to notch. Actually going in to notch everything. I'm also coming this way to notch as well. Where's the waistline? Line. Okay, where's the neckline? So these are all our pieces for this tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed. This is what is left of the fabric. We're going to use it for the bodies, sleeve of this design that my clients want. Let me put this aside. I think I have some on the floor. So we did not waste the fabric. All the fabrics are there. So this is what we have at the end of the day. There's the side pieces by me. This is the center front and center. This is the center front and center back of the 6 pieces skirt. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumb up, like and share my video, and don't forget to leave a comment. If you don't understand, reach out. I can still give you some explanation offline. Have a nice day and bye.